questions for Kyle.
Kyle, what goes through your head as you walk out onto the field Friday night, last Rocky Mountain Showdown?
I mean, you know, it's a lot. I mean, it's my first CSU game, or my last CSU game, I guess you could say. And so, you know, for me, last year at this point in time, I was basically not even suited up. I was just in the jersey without the pads after my broken hip. So kind of just like take it with a grain of salt and, you know, understand what this game means to both teams and, you know, what we're trying to prove this year as a team as a whole and just where we're trying to go.
What is it you are trying to prove this year?
You know, just go into every game, you know, focus on that specific team and just take it one game at a time and then just go from there. So right now, you know, CSU is our biggest opponent. So right now we're really focused on them, really focused on understanding, you know, what this game means to Colorado and also what this game means to both sides, to both teams. So just going in there with that mindset that we got to give it our all every single game.
How do you feel about playing a bigger role in the offense than maybe ever before in your CU career?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to my mom about it a couple of times. Like, this is the first time that I'll be co-starting in a game, in a college game. So for me, like, you know, just going with the chip on my shoulder, understand that, you know, I have something to prove because there's not necessarily a lot of tape on me, particularly running back. So, you know, just going out there and showing over the last 4 to 5 years that I've been at CU kind of what I've been taught through Coach Hagan, Coach Shev, all the coaches on offense, and how they've kind of built me to be where I'm at right now and all the other running backs as well are ready to show out. So that's what we plan to do.
Kyle, what's the running back room miss the most, not having Phillip around?
What do we miss the most? Honestly, his hair. I mean, that's the biggest thing, to be honest with you. But, I mean, he was just a guy who always brought a lot of humor, and so he knew how to flip the switch really quick. So when he needed to be serious, he was serious. When he needed to, you know, have a little fun, he was able to have a little fun. And so, you know, I think that everybody kind of understands that. And, you know, being around him for the past 4 years, like I was really able to learn a lot from him. And I'm really just trying to teach some of these young guys and other guys that are in the room, like how to really flip that switch and when to be a tough guy, knowing that if you're a smaller guy, you might not be able to take someone head on. So just understanding all those different things and aspects of the game and trying to apply it.
I think there's a narrative out there that this game might mean more to CSU because they're the underdog, and for Colorado, there's a lot to lose and not as much to gain. You talked earlier about what this game means for Colorado. What does it mean for Colorado?
I mean, I know that this game means a lot to both teams. And, you know, for us, it's our first game. We're ready to go, and it's our first game of the season. We've been through fall camp, basically going against our own teammates. So this game means a lot to us, and we have a lot to prove. And so basically CSU is in our way of our goals and what we plan to achieve this year. And so they're just the first step. And so I know this game means a lot to both teams, and there's a long history and tradition of, you know, us playing against each other. And so I know that they're going to give their all, and we got to give our all as well.
Kyle, obviously senior year is always something players look forward to. For yourself, you alluded to the big injury last year and where you're at a year ago at this time. Has that, in what ways has that maybe made this senior season and getting going at this point more special to you?
Yeah, I mean, just like every senior year, you know, it's the last, so you really have to go in knowing that every game you go into is your first game, you know, against CSU. Next week will be my second game. So just understanding that and knowing that there is a timeline to college football. And so really just leaving everything out there and having no regrets on every play, not just every game, but every play that I'm in there for, to really just leave everything on the line for my teammates and for myself. And, you know, we put in a lot of work this offseason with Coach Wilson and through fall camp. So really just leaving everything out there and, you know, understanding everything I need to know before the game.
Kyle, you look at that depth chart, you and Trayvon are kind of co-starters out there, and you guys are both going to get a lot of snaps this year. With him coming in and transferring in from Von Tech, What's that relationship like, and how have you kind of played off each other, and maybe pushed each other?
Yeah, so going back to Phil, one thing that he really did was he pushed a lot of us to compete. And so, you know, when Trayvon came in, he brought that competition. He kind of vamped it up between the running back group because there was a lot of uncertainty, as you guys know, like this offseason about who was going to play, what the rotation was going to be. So with that uncertainty comes, you know, a lot of competition and a lot of, you know, what can I do to kind of set myself apart. And so I think bringing him in really brought that out of myself and out of Alex, Bo, Donovan, whoever, all the running backs pretty much, to really be the best that we can be. And so, you know, I think he kind of just helps everybody be better, and he's a great player as well, and he brings a lot of experience from Virginia Tech. So with his insight from another school also just kind of helps our game to be able to be more balanced as a running back group and just get better as a whole.
Anything else for Kyle?
Kyle, you guys, as sort of a senior group, have a chance to have won this game kind of every year you were playing in it. What would kind of, I guess, what would that mean to this group, and how important is that?
I mean, it'll mean everything, really. Like, I mean, every single year, this game is always, you know, down to the wire, and whoever wins, it's 365 days until, you know, the next one. So for me, it's my last one. So 365 days, I won't be here. So, you know, I got to go all out. And I mean, as I'm speaking for the whole team, we all want the trophy. So, you know, we want to represent the state well, and we want to represent CU well. And so the best way to do that is just win the game.
Were you happy the Broncos shaved Phil's eyebrows off instead of taking his hair?
I am proud. I am proud. You know, he always talking about it. He's like, I hope they don't shave my hair. I hope they don't shave my hair. I'm trying to get a Head & Shoulders endorsement, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I hope they don't shave your hair. Let's hope for the best. And so they shaved his eyebrows, and I FaceTimed him after, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, I think he's okay with the eyebrows for now.
Can't imagine ending on a better note than that. Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.